Okay, hello everyone. Today's session we'll be discussing about how we can style CSS table layouts, as well as we are going to discuss about um, various CSS selectors, like a special type of CSS selectors that is called as CSS combinators. Okay, so these are the two topics we are going to discuss in this session. Let's move on to the first topic, how you can style CSS table layouts. So first topic is table layouts using CSS. So when you design a HTML web application or a website, we can include table for displaying the data in a table row and column, right? So basically HTML provides a basic layout of table where there is no much styling is involved. So we have to do the styling using a separate CSS code, right? Now, so in this session we will be discussing about how we can style, how to apply CSS styling for the table layouts. For example, sample I have given here. So this is a table designed with the help of HTML as well as CSS. Okay, so using CSS we can change the look and feel of a HTML table. Entirely we can change the look and feel of a basic HTML table using CSS rules. For example, we can change the background color of a first row, and also we can change the row width, column width, the table width we can change, and border we can change in terms of colors or thickness, or a single border or a double border you can do that. So CSS helps you to modify the table layout structure by using CSS rules. So first we are going to see about what are the CSS property we can apply to the HTML table layout. So for example, first one we are going to discuss about how to apply borders, how to configure border for a table. So to specify the table border, we can use the border property. So for that you have to select table tag, then th tag, then td tag, so that we can apply border for all the cells that is available in the table. For example, this border will be applied to the whole table, as well as a th, every th and every td also. And here what is the dimension you want? Border 1 pixel solid black. So the border black color style border line is applied. So this is one way of styling a table. Another way is in the previous example we have a double border coming, right? So you can see the double border. The table is actually bordered double lines. So if you want to bring it to one line, we can do that by using, there is a property called border collapse. Using border collapse property, we can change the double border to a single border, so it look like this. When you apply border -collapse equal to, the value is collapse you have to give. So this you have to apply to the table tag. Select the table tag and include the CSS rule border -collapse. The value is collapse. So the collapse value creates a single border table around the cells as well as around the table. So it look like this. If you compare, you can notice the changes, right? So here it's coming in double lines, because this is a single line table border. So if you want single line, you have to use border -collapse. Similarly, we can also change the width and height of the table using width property and height property. Already we discussed width and height property. So width and height property is used to change the width of the element, height is used for height of the element. The same thing we can apply for table also. And in table we can apply to not only to the table, also we can apply to the th or td or a table row. Wherever you want to increase the width or height, you can select the particular element and you can apply the width and height. For example, here I have used table width is equal to 100%. So this is a screen. Here you can see the screen start from here and it ends here, right? So here the table occupy the full size screen. So this is a starting table screen, and this is the ending browser window. So the table occupy the space of the entire screen if you use width 100 percentage. We can adjust 80 percentage, 90 percentage, or we can adjust to any number of even you can give in terms of pixel also, px value also we can specify. The same way we can include height. For example, you can, if you want to increase the height of the row, you can use that th. For example, here we are applying th height 50 pixels. So the 50 pixel is given here. Here you can see the 50 pixel, right? So this is actually only applied to the th. The same thing you can apply to the tr tag also. If you apply to tr tag, all the rows will be affected. Now here currently it is affecting only one row. So this is about actually how to modify the width and height. The same way we can also change the alignment of the table content. There are two types of alignment. One is you can make horizontal alignment, another alignment is vertical alignment. So if you want horizontal alignment, you have to use text-align property. Here you can see the text-align property. Text-align property is provides horizontally. You can place the items in left side or right side or center, or even the whole table you can bring it to center of the screen or left side of the screen or right side of the screen using text-align property. Another one property called vertical align property. So this property enables you to make vertical alignment like top, bottom or middle. So vertical alignment is like this. So this is a vertical alignment. So in vertical alignment, your top is actually this one, and here bottom is there, and probably this text is actually coming in the middle. Okay, here you can say gym. The text here it is applied as the name of the person Jim is actually located in middle. Okay, why? Because we have applied vertical align middle for the TD. For TD we have applied vertical align middle. So since there we are applying vertical align middle, all the names coming in the center, vertically centered, at the same time horizontally also centered. See, look at that, how it is horizontally centered. Here we are using text-align equal to center. So it's both horizontally centered as well as vertically centered. So these are the two properties. Text-align gives you a horizontal alignment. Vertical align gives you the vertical alignment top, middle or bottom. You can apply to TD or TH. For example, TH here you can see. Here I have applied text-align left. By default, you know, text TH is a center alignment by default. Default alignment is center. So now using this text-align, it is changed to left. We can able to change to left side. Right. So this is the one more property, table alignment, text-align and vertical align. The next come to the padding. So we can also set padding inside the cell and the text content. The padding is a space between the text. For example, you have a gym as a text. So this gap is a padding and this gap is a padding. So here vertically from top there is a padding. Left we can see some padding, and bottom also there is some gap, right? So this gap is actually called as padding. It's a space around the text. So that how we can do that? Using padding property we can apply to TD as well as TH. Wherever you want you can apply. For example, here I have applied to both TH and TD. I have applied padding 20 pixel. So 20 pixel is allowed from the left side of the border, here 20 pixel, and from top also 20 pixel. 1 minute. From top also you will be getting 20 pixel. Okay. 20 px. The same way bottom you will be getting, as well as right side also there will be a 20 pixel padding is allowed. So padding is a space inside the cell and around the text. Okay, inside the cell around that. It means the space between the text and the border of the cell. So that's called controlled by padding. So the same way we can also provide horizontal dividers. For example, if you want a table structure like this, you want table row, I want only the border line in the bottom of every row. For example, these are table row, right? TR. So first row I want the bottom line only. If I put bottom line for every row, it look like a horizontal dividers. It look like a horizontal divider. This divider is nothing but a border only. Okay, it's a border. How we can set that? We have to set, instead of setting a border, generally we can set only border bottom. So when you set border bottom, you'll be getting a line like this. Border for every row, you'll get a one line. So this will give a different style of a table layout. Nowadays, in most of the website, you can see this type of table also. This is a very common layout for displaying the table data using a single border bottom. Okay, only the border bottom will be given. So for TH as well as TD, we have to set border bottom 1 pixel solid black. And the remaining things already we discussed, like alignment and padding also applied here. So this is about border bottom, which will give a horizontal divider between the rows. Then next come to the color. So when it comes to color, you can change, there are two color property. One is background color you can change. Next one is the text color you can change. If you want to change background color, you have to use background color. And if you want to use color, if you want to use change the text color, you have to use color property. So here it is mentioned both. So for example, only for TH is the header, right? That's a first row. Only for TH I want to apply green color border, so green color background color, and the text color I want to change as a white color. So here how you can do that? Background color equal to green, then the text color I'm giving green color. So contrast to the green color we have to select for the text color :white. So this will change the text color, this will change the background color. So the table look like this. So this is another way of designing a table. You'll get a first row is table, you'll be getting a first row will be filled with the color green color. Okay, remaining rows will be the default color will be applied. So like this we can apply table color for any row which you want. Okay, you can decide which row you want to set the color. The next is actually this is about table color. Next is we can create a stripped table. Stripped means like zebra lines you can make in the table. Zebra lines. Zebra lines means what? Like alternate rows we can fill with the color. Okay. So if you want to do that, there is a one pseudo clause called nth-child pseudo clause. So this is called pseudo clause. You can refer in the W3 school website. Pseudo clauses. So pseudo clauses we can write using this syntax: :nth-child. Inside we can give a number or we can give a even or odd constant. Here even is a constant, odd is a constant. Even will identify the even rows. Even rows starting from, for example, if you numbered from the first row, what are the even number of rows will be coming, it will be selected and the color will be applied. For example, if I select even, the green color is applied to all even rows. This is first row, this is second row. Second row is a even row, right? So this green color background is applied, white color text color is applied. Then this is third row. So third row is not a even row. So here this will be skipped and it will find the next even row. So this is a fourth row, right? So this is the first row, second row, third row, fourth row, fifth row. So here even is the second row and the fourth row. So these are the two even rows. So even row will be selected and the color will be applied. So for this we have to apply tr: nth-child. Here we have to mention which even or odd, or you can mention number also. If I put, instead of this, if I put 1, the first row will be affecting. If I put 2, the second row will be affecting. Okay. So the nth-child is a pseudo clauses. You can search in W3 school website so that you can understand more about pseudo clauses. So for example, you can search pseudo clauses. You can Google it, pseudo clauses. Okay, CSS pseudo clauses. So inside pseudo class we have a list. So there are so many pseudo class available. If you scroll down, you can see all the pseudo classes. So these are the pseudo class supported by CSS. So here there is a one pseudo class called nth-child. Yeah, this one, nth-child. So how to use that pseudo class colon nth-child? Inside we have to represent number. Okay, so this is a syntax. So n can be any number. Okay, n can be any number or even or a constant. That is, a constant is even or odd. You can use even or odd also we can use. Okay, so this using this nth-child property we can identify the alternate rows using even or odd constant, and we can apply some style only for the alternate rows. So it look like a zebra lines. Okay, you can create a zebra lines across the table. Okay, right. So next come to the hoverable table. So we can apply hover effect to the table also. So there is another pseudo class called hover colon hover we can apply, right? So hover is a effect when you roll your mouse on the element. When you keep the mouse on the element, hover effect will be applied in CSS. So if you want to when you keep the mouse over the rows, if you want to change the background color, you can apply this you can apply this hover effect. For example, here you can see that how it is applied, tr colon hover. So when I hover the mouse above the table, I can see these styles will be applied. Background color, green color is applied, and the text color will be changed to white color, right? So this is another pseudo class can be applied in the table, hover colon hover, to apply some styling when you move the mouse over the table rows, what you want to perform. So that we can do it using hover pseudo class. So you'll be getting a hoverable table. So in this example, when you keep the mouse over the table, the background color will be, the particular row will be changed to background color green color, and the text will be white color, right? So now I'll show you one example how we can apply these various styles in the table. So here I have created a HTML program with one table tag. So table tag, already I have filled the data. So data is like here list of people, rank, and name, points, and team. Okay, so these are the table. In the right side you can see the output. So this is a by default HTML provides this. Okay, when you design a HTML table, by the default output will be look like this. So using CSS we can change the property of this, we can change the style of this table. So how to do that? So usually CSS code you have to write using a class name. So we have to apply a class name for this. For example, content. The class name may be a content. So now you go to this CS style tag. First you can select this content, and you can if you want to apply border, we can apply border for this content table. So I'm going to apply border line black. So for example, I want to apply border line black. So it look like this. See, it's applied only the whole table. So border line is applied to the whole table. So if you want to apply the border, inner border for every cell, we have to use comma, then th, comma, td you have to apply. So when you apply th comma td, look at that. Content is actually table tag, right? So table tag, then th. I'm applying the style for th as well as td. So when I apply td, I'm getting a double border. So if you want to change this double border to single border, what you have to do is we have to apply a border collapse to make it single border. include the border collapse, and the value is also collapse. So now it look like this. So and one more thing, this is the default width of the table. If you want to change the width of the table, default width, we can change the default width. So to change the default width, we can apply some certain code for the table alone, right? So first we select the table. If you want to select the table alone, you have to use only the class name. Now we can apply the width. For example, I want 500 pixel. So when I say 500 pixel, the table width is increased. So right side you can see the table size is increased. The same way, table height also you can increase. For example, height we can put it as 200 pixel. So when I use 200 pixel, the height is little bit increased. If I use 300 pixel, you can see the changes more. See, look like this, table look like this, right? So I think 200 is enough. So using width and height property, we can change the table height and width and height, okay? And this border line also, you can use it only bottom border line also. We can create a bottom border line. So for that, select TH and TD, apply only bottom border, 1 pH solid, solid black or any color you can apply, and you can remove this border line. So I am removing this border line, border property. So now, so this is called horizontal divider for the table. Horizontal divider, like this you can create a table, and you can put the alignment property. We discuss about alignment. If you want to bring this rank to left alignment, you can select the TH. You can select TH and you can apply text align left. So now all the TH alone, only the TH will come to the left side. And if you want to bring this TD, if you want to apply the text align property to TD, I want to bring it to center. So TD goes to center. Look at that, goes to center. And vertical alignment you can change using vertical align. So vertical alignment, if you want to see that, change the height to 300 pixel. Now you can see currently the vertical alignment by default it is middle. By default it is middle. If you want to change to bottom, you can use like this, bottom. See, it's coming, everything is coming the vertically bottom. And another value is we can change it to top also. See, it's coming top of the row. But this is usually not nice. It's the look and feel is not good, right? So we can use middle. So middle is a correct way to represent this. And this one, instead of representing center, we can put it left. The reason is I have changed the table head, that column head, everything I have changed to left side, right? So now it is aligned to left side. All values are aligned to left side, right? The same way, the whole table, if I want to move right side, we can provide margin property. For example, 40 pixel. So the table moved 40 pixel left side, 40 pixel top. It look like this. This is actually one way. So another way is we can select we can apply color also. We discuss about color, right? We can apply color for the table header. Okay. So what you can do is, see, I have created a table body T head and TR, right? So we can select this table header row. How will you select table header row? T head TR. Okay, we can select like this, T head TR, and we can apply some background color. For example, I am going to apply background color using hash code value. A green color I am going to apply called 9879. If I save it, now it look like this. Look at that. We'll be getting a green color like this. And here, that color, text color, we can change it to white color. The text color look like this. Text color look like this. And for th and td we can apply some padding also. We can apply some padding. Th and td padding, I am applying 12 pixel padding. So when I apply 12 pixel padding for all th and td, the table look like this. Table look like this. And this border bottom we have applied, right? So border bottom will remove that. So it look like this, right? So now we discuss about hoverable. Okay, we discuss about stripped line. Okay, like zebra strip table. Okay, so using nth child property we can display, we can bring a zebra table. So just select tr, select t body tr colon nth child. Nth child, I am going to select odd number, odd rows. Okay, I am going to select odd rows, and I want to change the background color to gray color. So if you apply D, you'll get all D. If you apply all D, you'll get a gray color like this. Now if when I'm giving now this is how the nth child is working. See, I'm selecting from t body. T body is actually a set of table content, right, inside t body element. So it will identify only t body tr. So here I'm applying nth child of odd rows. Odd rows is actually 1, 2, 3, 5. These are odd rows, right? Similarly we can apply even rows also. When you apply even row, it look like this. The table row will be, the style will be applied, it will be look like this. So either you can apply odd or even. So it depends on your choice, right? So instead of this even, we can also say that I want to color only third row. So we can see, we can put C3. If I put 3, only the third row will be affected. Look at that third row, the background color is changed to gray color. So if you want like zebra lines, like alternate rows, you have to use either odd or even. So I'm going to apply even. So now it look like this, right? And when it comes to this last row, look at that. When it comes to last row, right? So what will happen is the last row is going to end, right? So to finish it up, I want to give a border line for only for the last row. Only for the last row, I want to give a border line green color. This particular color I want to apply here. So for that, what I have to do is, I have to apply last row pseudo clause. There is one more pseudo clause called last row, like nth child. So what I can do is t body tr colon last row. So it means last child. Okay. So I want to select the last row, and I want to apply border bottom. I want to apply border bottom 3 pixel solid. The color is same color I want to apply, like the same color previously I have applied, right? 0098 9879. So when I apply like this, look at that, your table look like this. See that? The last row you can close it end with this particular color, same color. Thickness you can increase, 5 pixel also you can put. When you use 5 pixel, the table look like this, right? So this is actually a way of designing a table. The same way we can also provide rounded corner for the table, rounded corner for the table. So rounded corner you can design using border radius property, right? In the last previous class we discussed about rounded corners. So rounded corner property will give a rounder corner design. So go to that whole table content, you can apply border radius, how much pixel you want. I'm going to apply 10. So when I apply 10, you'll be getting a border rounded border you will be getting, but it is not visible here. So along with it you have to apply overflow hidden. So when you apply overflow hidden, so now you will be getting a border. You can see that border corner is actually a rounded corner. Okay, the corner of the table look like a rounded corner, right? So this you can decide wherever you want. For example, this side and this side, if you want, only if you want two sides, you can provide like this. The remaining you can provide 0 pixel. Remaining you can provide 0 pixel. So if you do that, now look at that. Only the top left border and the right border is round corner. This bottom corner is not rounded because we have given 0 pixel, right? So this is actually one way of creating a rounded corner. So let's we'll give a 8 pixel. So it look like the table look like this. This is one way. Another effect what we can do is, in this table we can apply box shadow also. We can apply box shadow. So box shadow we can apply like this, 0 pixel. I want only the blur effect. So we can provide the blur effect, light gray we can apply. So you'll get a border, you'll be getting a box shadow effect, 20 pixel. Okay. So now see that the table is actually having a box shadow effect. Okay. The border line you can see the shadow effect kind of thing, right? So we can also give 1 pixel here. So it look like this. So more effect, I think we have to give 0. When you give 0, the box shadow comes to all the 4 sides. Let it be 15 pixel. And here I'll give gray color. Okay, so now you can see the box shadow effect, right? So like this, see that now when you compare the old table, now this table is like something look, right? It's good. Something different style, right? So like this we can apply CSS style for displaying the table content. So one more thing, we can also say that we can also set the font. You can change a font. In most of the website the font is actually used is like this. I'll show you the one font family, sans serif. Okay, so this is a font in most of the website is applied. Okay, so we can set the font family sans serif. When you use sans serif, the font will be look like this, and it look very decent and something attractive. The table is something the style is actually good, right? So this is actually a way we can apply CSS for styling the table data. The last one more point is actually hover effect. We can also provide hover effect for the table, hoverable table. So what is meant by hover? Means hover effect is when you keep the mouse over the table, what you want to change. So for that, just do one thing, go to this T body TR. In T body TR, hover, apply hover effect. So in hover effect, what you want to change? I want to change the background color to some other color. For example, I will change the background color to in blue variant. I'm going to change blue variant. I'm going to change. For example, DDD. Okay. So when I do that, see, it will come like this. This is the blue variant color. Okay. So blue variant color. For example, EE. Okay. It's look like this, right? When I keep the mouse pointer over the table row, for every row, if I am hovering the mouse over the rows, that will be changed. The background is changed, right? When the background is changed, the color is not changing. The text color is still in black color only. For that, we have to change the text color also contrast to the background color. So white color can make. So when I put white color, now see that when I keep the mouse over a particular row, the row is highlighted with the background blue color and the text color is changed to white color. So it look like this. The table look like this. Right? So this is how you have to apply hover effect on your table elements. So we discuss about nth child pseudo clause, last child pseudo clause, hover pseudo clause. So these are pseudo clauses. CSS combinator selector. So this topic is actually a part of a selector in CSS. Along with that, we have another selectors also called CSS Combinator. So what does I mean by CSS Combinator is, if you want to select multiple elements, we can use this CSS Combinator. So for example, there are different types of CSS selector combinator. For example, descendant selector is a first category. It is controlled by space. Okay. So what is meant by descendant selector is, it will select the child of a particular element, right? Child means nested element. Okay. Similarly, we have a child selector is there, and we have a sibling, adjacent sibling selector is there, general sibling selector is there. Okay. So these are the symbols: space, greater than, then plus, and tilde symbol. Okay. So for example, so descendant selector is like something like, if you want to select the paragraph inside a particular element. Okay. Descendant means inside. Okay. So if you want to select all paragraph inside a div element, for example, if you want to select all paragraph inside a div element, you can apply this descendant selector, which is a space. For example, div paragraph. You can use div space paragraph. When you use div space paragraph, it will select all the paragraph that is inside the div element. Even if it is nested inside also, it will be selected. See that paragraph 1 is selected, paragraph 2 is selected, paragraph 3 also selected. Why? Even though paragraph 3 is not directly inside div element, it is inside of section, right? But section is inside a div element, right? So if you want to select all the paragraph inside div element, you have to use space as a combinator. So div space p. So it will select all the p elements available inside a particular div element. Even though the p element is inside it is nested also, all the p element will be selected. And paragraph 4 is not selected. See that, look at that. Here paragraph 4 and 5 is not selected. Why? These two paragraph is not inside div element, so that's not, it won't be selected. Only these paragraph will be selected. So the same way, we have a child selector called greater than symbol. So greater than symbol select the children of a particular element. The child selector selects all the elements that are immediate children of a specified element. Okay. So if you want to select immediate children of a div element, for example, I want to select all the paragraph that is immediate children of a div element, I can use this greater than symbol, div greater than symbol p. So it will be the color, the background color yellow will be applied to paragraph 1, paragraph 2. Only paragraph 1 and paragraph 2 will be applied. What about paragraph 3? In paragraph 3, it won't be applied. Why? The reason is, the paragraph 3 is not a direct child of a div element. It is an indirect child, right? Because the paragraph 3 is coming inside another tag called section. So inside section only, it's another paragraph 3 is coming. This child selector will only select the direct children of its parent. Okay. So here parent is a div, children is a p element. P is a children, parent is a div element. Okay. Right. So similarly, paragraph 4 and 5 will not be selected. Why? Because it is not a children of a div element. Okay. Children of a div element. Okay. So that you have to understand. Okay. So next we have plus symbol. When you use plus symbol, div plus p. Okay. It means the div, basically plus is a sibling selector, and here when you use plus symbol, what will happen is, it will select only the immediate sibling, immediate adjacent element. So for this div element, the immediate paragraph is paragraph 3. So paragraph 3, the color paragraph 3 will be applied. So yellow color is applied to only paragraph 3. Why? since the plus symbol only select adjacent elements. Okay, adjacent means what? Sibling element. So for this div element, what are the siblings are paragraph 3 and paragraph 4. So in that, if you are using plus symbol, it will select only the immediate sibling. First sibling will be selected and the color, background color is applied. So that's why here it is actually you are getting yellow color, background is applied to 3. So paragraph 4, even though paragraph 4 is a sibling, which will not be selected because it will select only immediate sibling only. That is called plus symbol. In opposite way, we have a general sibling selector called tilde symbol. So this symbol, tilde symbol, if you are using tilde symbol, it will select all the siblings. For example, if we have a div element, for this div element, I have these are siblings, paragraph and code and paragraph. So if I want to select all paragraph siblings of div element, it will select paragraph 3 and paragraph 4. Okay, paragraph 3 and paragraph 4. Look at that. So that's why the yellow color is applied to paragraph 3 and paragraph 4. But here this sum code, right? I have written as text called sum code. That is not affected. Why? Read this. General sibling selector selects all the elements that are siblings of a specified element. So when I use div tilde general sibling selector paragraph, it is selecting paragraph 3 and paragraph 4. But this sum code is not selecting, right? Even though this code tag is a code element is a sibling, it is not selected. Why? So here the reason is we are selecting the sibling of paragraph tag only. We are selecting the paragraph tag only we are selecting. So here paragraph tag is this one, paragraph 3 and paragraph 4. This is not a paragraph element. Okay, so that's why that is not selected. So these are the CSS combinator. Finally we have one more selector called attribute selector. We can also select a HTML element for styling using attributes also. For example, when you use a input tag, type text, password, submit button, we have a we can write several elements like this, right? So if you want to select a particular text box, so here see, you know that since type is equal to text, you will get a text box, and since type is equal to password, you will get a password box. Since type is equal to submit, you will get a submit button. If you write CSS style only for input tag, it will affect all the elements. If you write CSS rules for input tag, it will affect all the input elements. So in the sometimes you want to write a specific style for only for this text box, only for this password box, only for the submit button. So in that case, how will you select? For that, using tag name, as well as we can include the attribute also. This is called attribute, right? We can include the attribute also. How will you do that? The tag name, square bracket, we have to specify the attribute which you want to select. For example, I want to select only the text box. You can use input square bracket type is equal to text. Similarly, input square bracket type is equal to password. Here you can write CSS code for only for text box. Here you can write CSS code for only for password box. Here you can write CSS code for only for submit button. So this is called attribute selector.